Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you are around the world. My name's Keithy Broom. I'm in Brisbane. It's 20 past 1 in the morning for me, and I've got Uday Nara, the owner of MyPayingAds-MyPayingCryptoAds, on the panel. Well, there's only two of us actually tonight. So, Uday, how are you this evening?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic, great. Okay, well, the purpose of tonight's hangout, and we've got a lot of people watching and a lot of comments coming, which is great. There's a lot of feedback, a lot of energy amongst the members. Now we've come to a position or a situation where we are with the company, and some decisions have to be made. So Uday is the owner of the company. So throughout the day and for the last couple of days, we've asked members to make suggestions and put their feelings forward about the situations that have happened, and we want to find out exactly from the owner, the man who's running the business. Now, as we all know, revenue shares are run by one person, and this is Uday Nara. Started in March 2015, so it's actually 2 years and 2 months that the business has been running very successfully in its early days. And I joined in September, about 6 months into the business starting. And from my perspective as a person starting online, been in there probably a year or so before that, so my knowledge of the industry was not a great deal. I started with the guidance of people around me. I learnt about online advertising and how it worked and the revenue share model, and became sort of a little bit knowledgeable, but I was always learning. I'm still learning today. The business from my side grew from September right up until Christmas 2015, when we had a bit of a run-in with PayPal. That's a bit of an understatement for what it did for the business. For you running your business all the way up from March to December, and then they made that decision to have nothing to do with the revenue share industry. A lot of the people who are watching today and members in the Facebook group have only joined our business platforms in the last 6 to 9 months or 12 months, wouldn't have had the feeling of what you went through with PayPal. And having started your own business to get to the stage, I think we must have been close to over 100,000 members at that stage, with 95% of people using PayPal as a payment processor, because it's so easy. I was one of them. All the money I put through as PayPal. It's very easy to get through and jump on it and buy some advertising packs. So they stopped the business in its tracks. Boom. And you made that decision on January the 5th, 2016. And tried to negotiate with them, but they said, no, it's 180 days, and then we'll give you your money back, provided there's no disputes or chargebacks or whatever. And then you made the decision, and the 17th, I think it was, of March 2016, to restart the program in the new website with a slightly different format. So you'd made a change from the previous year of $750 maximum payout. Then you changed to 3 times the amount you could take out of the business is what you put in November 2015. Then you altered the business based on industry conditions to maximum $200 a day. And you virtually had started from zero again in March. So you started in March 2015, and then PayPal, you just had to start again in March 2016. And then built slowly. And then once we got to July, all that money came back at once. Millions of dollars came back into the business at once. And the business took off, and people started really promoting the business. And people hadn't been doing anything for months, jumped on and started going again. And for the next 6 to 9 months, business was really booming because people were putting an effort in to grow their own business, but grow the company business as a whole as well. And our revenue share industry is sales in and payments out, just like any bricks and mortar business, really. At the end of the day, if you've got money coming in the door, you can pay your staff or your suppliers or your affiliates. Online is, in some ways, is no different to a normal business, that you have to have sales coming in. And in our industry, sales is ad pack sales, cash link ad sales, text ad sales, and various other products on the platform. And at some stage, as you'll explain shortly, what you did to me the other day is that outside sources of income are always what you need. But as a small program of 50 or 60,000 people, it's not a viable proposition unless you get the numbers that someone wants to get involved with you. And I'll ask you about what you asked McDonald's about if they could advertise on your platform, and the answer they gave you. So we need sales coming in, and you had these plans in place, and a lot of people got a little bit lazy in promoting the business as a leader. People are going on about the leaders commission, but all businesses need salespeople and managers and leaders out there in the field bringing the sales in for the business, and that's what leaders are. And they get the 10% commission as a incentive to actually work the business. In my situation, I've tried to go full time, and the hours I put in for this business are normally 9 hours a day, 6 or 7 days a week. Well, 7 days a week. I haven't had a break really, a bit like you, Uday. Haven't had a break. But I'm earning as I'm learning, and that's what I want to do. I want to really put 2 or 3 years of hard work into the online advertising industry. So I've learned, but with your business, I've been with you for over 18 months, 20 months, we've gone high, and then we've hit some really bad lows with PayPal. You've climbed up, and then people have stopped, got a bit lazy, and the sales have gone down, but the withdrawals have gone up. But so there's an imbalance now. So people want to know a couple of questions they've asked me. Why have the withdrawals stopped? And why isn't the sales slowed down? And why can't we just open things up and pay people $50 a day as a maximum, drop that limit down there, drop the leaders commission down, to drop the earning percentage from 2% down to 1% or 0.5%. There's been a multitude of asking questions of what to do. Only a few suggestions of how to bring business in. It's quite strange, the reaction of members is, why aren't you paying the money, as opposed to, well, I'm in a business with you, Uday, as part of the group. How can we bring more business in? What avenues can we attack? Can you give us any ideas? How can we do that? And there are a few ideas that we want to go through today, and the outline of the whole interview with you, and I'm going to let you pass it over to you in a couple of seconds, is what is your plan, say, for the next 7 days, 30 days, 60 days, and a 90-day business plan that you've talked to me about. And there's 3 key things that you want to happen in those 90 days. So you have a plan in your head, and the members watching now need to understand that you have a plan, and it needs not only your help and my help, all the admins, all your key people in the business, but all the members to get on board and work as one, because we've been through so much as a group, as a family. Even the new people joining would have joined maybe at a high, and now we're starting to go to I've joined at a high, at a low, a high and a low. I feel as though I'm on a roller coaster, but I have faith in you as a person. I've met you, shaking your hand, so I know you as a man that I can trust and will give 150%. So the members need to know that are watching, that you will do this, but the strategy has to come from help from the members. There've been some great suggestions, awesome suggestions, which we will want to incorporate as we go forward now into the ideas that you have. We can adjust as we go along with some great ideas about external income. I read a couple of today, very, very good. I've written them down. I've got the people's names. Very, very good. So I want to hand it over to you now, Uday, as the owner of the businesses, MPC and MPA, MPA, MPCA, and just tell everybody what the situation has, how it's got here, and these 4, 7, 30, 60, 90 days, and the 3 outlines. So I'll hand it over to you. Welcome to the Hangout, and thanks very much for giving your time. It's like 11:30 at night for you.
Yeah,
go ahead, mate. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Katie, for arranging this hangout where we can talk with our members of MPA and MPCA through this hangout. And thanks for that introduction and sharing your experiences. I mean, yes, we are at a bit of difficult situation. So wherein we are not able to match the daily sales that is coming in, the daily revenue that is coming in with respect to the daily withdrawals that we have been honoring since last 24 months plus. So but again, I mean, it is not the end, you see. So what we are working towards is finding some solutions, because that's what we have been doing for the last 2 years, because this business is one of the difficult businesses to run, I would say. So that is why I always think that there is a good saying in spirituality by Swami Vivekananda from India. He quoted saying that the path to the God is the steepest in the world. The path to the God is steepest in the world. It is a wonder that a few people have achieved it, and no wonder that many have failed.
Right.
This was a great quote made by Swami Vivekananda, and I interpret it in terms of the revenue sharing business. And revenue sharing business, the difficulty of running a revenue sharing business is the steepest among all the businesses. And it is no wonder that many have failed, and it is a wonder that few have some successes.
Yes.
So I always, whenever I remember that spiritual quote by Swami Vivekananda, I always interpret it to the difficulty in terms of running a revenue sharing business. Mainly because the kind of revenue that the company has to generate is so huge, because of I would say it is a easy money. Why revenue sharing programs are so attractive to the members is because it is a easy money. Because we are not forcing the members to recruit. Only we are asking the members to serve 10 advertisements. This is the basic model. I mean, we are working with still the basic model of this industry, revenue sharing programs, without making any major changes to the programs. So, for example, as a member, you are the only restriction that the company is putting on you is please watch 10 advertisements per day. And what happens is that most of the people they do it as a routine, or they sometimes some people they put attention to what they are watching, and start contributing towards signing up in some of the programs, or buying some services, or buying some products and things like that. But and then try to enjoy the revenue sharing rewards, and then withdraw their earnings, and keep building, maybe use these earnings for some other programs, building some other programs, because I mean, we know it, and we also see it, people building other programs with the earnings that they withdraw from this program and things like that. So there are only certain members who work in sharing the program with bigger audience, with a viewpoint that this business needs sales, and this business needs revenue, so that we all can enjoy the revenue sharing rewards. There is only a small fraction of members who appreciate this thought process and put into practice. But majority of the people, because there were no restrictions put on them in terms of recommending it to the others, or bringing new sales and things like that, so they will watch 10 advertisements and they assume that we have done our task today, and we are supposed to get the revenue sharing rewards. This is the kind of majority thought process that goes on. So eventually what it puts the lot of responsibility on the management to bring that revenue, whatever revenue that we are talking of. And through the internal purchases and through repurchases and things like that, the accounts will become so big that the responsibility on the management is so high. Every day 20%, every day 30% responsibility adds up. It is not that, okay, we have certain responsibility today, like we have to generate like $50,000 revenue and stops there. It won't stop there. $50,000 today's revenue is the target. Tomorrow it will be $60,000. And the day after tomorrow it will be $70,000. Day after tomorrow it will be $80,000. Day after tomorrow it will be, next day it will be $90,000, $100,000. So this is the way that the responsibility on the management builds up. So, the way that reforms are happening in this field are not happening as what it shall be happening. So there may be the whole business model need to be relooked into differently, or make some changes to the model such that maybe a restriction has to be put on the members to bring sign-ups every day. Only then they can be able to enjoy the rewards and things like that. So we do not know what kind of reforms need to be brought in, so that in future the programs will run maybe not like as what they are running today, but they run even more in a more steady manner in future, so that they don't fluctuate so much with respect to the sales and things like that. So that is the kind of general trend that is going on in the industry. So and in terms of the journey of MPA is concerned, MPA and MPCA is concerned. So in MPCA we can see that, in MPA we can see that the program was launched on 30th March 2015. And we had a great journey until the end of December, wherein we had an issue with PayPal. And then PayPal has locked the account for 6 months, and there were many chargebacks by the member, and PayPal even sent huge money to the members back. In fact, in one single night, they sent about 600K to the members back. 600K.
600,000.
Yes, $600,000 to the members. To the members back, because whomever charged back, they have sent it. So they made some kind of excuse for that purpose, but they sent back that kind of money because they were trying to make members happy than merchant. Probably they might be thinking that we are not going to work with the merchant anyway. We are working more with the members, so let us make members happy than merchant happy. And then in one single night, $600,000 were just sent back to the members, even though those disputes were taken in our favor earlier. In fact, those disputes were taken in favor of MPA, but eventually, just before the release time, they have just refunded it to the members in one single day. So and
sorry,
then we have.
Did you just say that PayPal, even though they gave in favour of MPA, they still refunded 600,000?
They still refunded, yes.
Jesus. All right. Sorry.
They still refunded. Yeah. So there were no strong reasons for what they did. You see, for example, sometimes they don't give proper reasons. For example, for not supporting revenue sharing programs, they give only one single line answer saying that you don't meet our change of user policy, but they don't direct us to what is the exact issue and why they were supporting previously and why suddenly they don't support anymore and things like that. So just like that, there were no concrete reasons given to us on what terms they have sent out the refunds and things like that. So, and then the money was released and then what we did in March was I don't know, probably a good thing could have been whatever the money that we have got from PayPal, we could have just distributed to the members and then close everyone's accounts and start with fresh, like not giving back to the seed money. And I will tell you what happened in terms of giving back the seed money, in terms of how MPA has suffered with that. For example, what happens is that until December time, whatever the members have their seed money, who have not got their seed money, lot of members are into withdrawals of lot of profit because they have built their accounts and they got the commissions. With commissions they have built further and they have withdrawn a lot of profit from their efforts, from their rewards basically. So what happens is that when we have got the PayPal money, so we have only few millions of dollars, like I think it was about $3 million or so. And the seed money that we have returned to the members was about $6 million. We have only $3 million, but the seed money that we have returned to the members' accounts was about $6 million or more. And it is a kind of situation wherein we have got the sales of 7 million on one single day. And in reality, we have only 3 millions, but 7 millions of worth of ad packs that members have bought on that one single day.
Right.
And then that $7 million within that 60 days period, if we are offering like 2% per day earnings, they will become like 120%. So if we are not considering the repurchasing within the account, so we can see that how fast the ad packs will grow.
Yeah.
And within that 1 month, idealistically, we have to bring such kind of big revenue. So we have only $3 million, but we have added $7 million to the members' accounts, and we have to build that $4 million sales. And again, within 1 month, excuse me. So within 60 days, that if it is 6 millions, that will become 7.2 millions.
Yeah.
So that is the kind of revenue that the company has to generate. And that was the kind of responsibility and the burden on the system, the responsibility that we took. It was not a good decision probably to begin with giving the seed money to the members when we really do not have that kind of funds in hand. So we have only 3 million funds. So probably we could have just refunded that 3 million funds to the members, which will go back to like 40% or so, and then because of this whole episode, we are not able to, the business got disrupted, and we were not able to generate the enough revenue that to pay back to you 100%, and then close the program in that situation, and then restart again. Probably that could have been the better decision made at that point of time, so that we could not have any big burden on the finances of the system. So that was one of the issue that has made the MPA a difficult journey over the last 1 year. So we have the huge debt building up, and we were trying our best to improve the sales and things like that. So we did well actually. So we have put more efforts into promotions, and members have appreciated our effort of returning the PayPal funds, seed money, and then everybody was happy. And then we were continuing it, and sales were picking up, and then we were able to honor the withdrawal requests on a timely basis without any error and things like that. So that is the way that we have been progressing. So one of the hurdles that we had, one of the big issue was in terms of the returning to the PayPal money at one go, and things like that. So that was one of the reasons what happened. And then we made the changes to the business plan in such a way that we were not allowing the leaders to cash out their commissions. Only commissions shall have been was allowed to use for internal purchases, and then the daily withdrawal were made to $200. So eventually, in the period of time, in certain months, like 6 months or so, lot of senior members who are staying for long in the program have reached to in such a way that their ad packs has grown to such that they can cash out every day $200 without any requirement to put any new funds into the system in buying the services and things like that. So that is what has happened over a period of time. And then what happened was that there was no special motivation for the leaders to promote more, because they were not able to cash out anything more than $200.
Yeah.
So that was going on for a few months, and there was a drop in terms of the promotions, because I was seeing that there was some members who were 100% silent. They don't come on Facebook, because they were on Facebook, but they don't come on Facebook, talk or write positive words about the program, or share their withdrawal requests or payment proofs on the system to inspire others and things like that, because the system was such that there was no requirement for them to do that, because they just jump into the program, they log in into the program, they watch the 10 advertisements, they put a withdrawal request of $200, and they don't look at the program anymore, and they don't recommend it to the others, because they look for other opportunities which are more bright or which will bring them more commissions and things like that. So that was going on for a couple of months. So that again will fluctuate your funds coming in and revenue coming in into the system, and how fast the free members can become the paid members and things like that. And some leaders were busy in channeling them to other programs, because this program is not giving them the incentives that they are looking for, so that they were like diverting the members to the other programs by giving whatever excuses and or whatever feedback and things like that. So that was one thing that was affecting our sales moving forward and things like that. So but over the period of time, having all these hiccups, and third hit what we had was, so to encourage the members, to encourage the leaders to promote more and to bring in more sales, what we did was we brought in the leaders commission back so that they can withdraw the leaders commission more. So that was brought in, and again at the same point of time we have to bring in 2 times withdrawal limit also on board, because there were many members who were able to withdraw $6,000 a month without the requirement of putting any new funds into the system.
Yeah.
So every single month that many members were withdrawing $6,000, and then we wanted to cut it to certain extent, and again reward them with leaders commission. And hence we brought in leaders commission, where there is an unlimited potential of earnings through commissions. And then what we did was we brought in the 2 times withdrawal limit, so that even those members who have maximized also can be able to put in some new funds into the system, so that the revenue can grow up, revenue can pick up. Basically, that was the kind of intention that was brought in the 2 times withdrawal limit.
Yeah.
But ideally, what we wanted members to do was not to compound outside, not to withdraw the funds and then put in back again, so that they can withdraw they can increase the withdrawal limit. That was not the intention. That was not our objective, and that was not.
Do you think some members got confused by
Definitely, I think there was a confusion, or there may be a kind of wrong suggestion given by their sponsors or something like that. Yeah. Not correct explanation was given and things like that. So what could have been the good situation was, or even what we advise members now to do, is build your ad packs to the level that you want to withdraw. So still make the internal purchases only, continue as what you are doing previously. Don't look at withdrawing and then again building back, because that has got a disadvantage of having the fees being taken by the payment processors and things like that. So that will in fact hamper you, that will in fact restrict your growth in a short span of time. Yeah. So ideal, Kathy, you are saying something?
Well, there's a lady in Brisbane, we call her name's Lanarchy, but like Anarchy, admin, and we call it the Lanarchy principle. Now, ever since day one, she's added $30 a day in fresh funds. Sorry, a week.
Yeah,
$30 a week in fresh funds. So, and she's grown with repurchasing and fresh fund adding into the packs.
Yeah.
And her available withdrawal balance is right up there, and she's quite comfortably grown, as well as talking to people as well. Great idea.
Yeah. So in fact, what could be the optimum way, I mean, good strategy to work under this 2 times rule is using a good combination of internal purchases as well as our external purchases, a combination of internal and external purchases. For example, what you have to do is, for example, if your target is to withdraw $100 a day, you build the ad pack such that every day you are able to get $100 into your earning balance. And then if your allowable withdrawal limit does not allow you to withdraw, then buy every day $50 worth of ad packs and withdraw your $100. Buy every day $50 worth of ad packs and then withdraw your $100. This is the kind of optimum method of working, so that which works better for you and better for the company as well. So you are not losing anything. You will eventually withdraw the same kind of amount that you want to withdraw. Even if every day you withdraw and then you put back, every day you withdraw and put back, also the same kind of strategy you will arrive. But in between, what is happening is the fees is being taken by the payment processor, or we have a window of 72 hours withdrawal processing time, so that will slow down your growth in terms of achieving your target of $100 rewards earnings per day and things like that. So this is how the system works. But sometimes, to be fair, I mean, we work very fair as per the company. We work very fair. We don't force the members to do anything. Probably your sponsor may like force you or whatever it is, but we don't force. I mean, we don't come to you and say that, okay, don't withdraw, but do only repurchase, because we don't do that, because this is a free system. We do put certain restrictions. Of course, we do put certain terms and conditions, and within the terms and conditions you have to work, but we don't force you to do anything. You have freedom to do, whether making some purchases, or we don't ask you to put 10K, we don't ask you to put 5K, we don't ask you to make 1,000 ad packs per day and things like that. So it's a kind of voluntary contribution or voluntary involvement. So as per your, we put the terms and conditions and leave it to you to get involved with the company as per your strategy, as per your what you want to achieve, and what are your needs, and what you want to learn from the system, how you want to use the system, or you may have 10 programs to promote, so that you want more credits you need and things like that. So we put the terms and conditions, and we will allow you to work as per your strategy. So that is why, in fact, there were no rigorous suggestions from us saying that, okay, you don't do this, you do only internal purchases. We do not do that. We give the freedom for you to decide and things like that, but you have to be wise and in taking the decisions, thoughtful in taking the decisions, as how you want to move forward. So eventually what happened is that in these 2 times, withdrawal has put in more withdrawal requests than earlier. It was about double to the previous one. Double. So the daily withdrawal requests went to double than the previous one. So that also put a lot of heavy weight on the system to build the revenue accordingly. So eventually we have come to a stage where these two are not matching very well. Whatever that revenue is being generated and whatever the withdrawals are going, those two are not being matched, and that is the reason that we have to close the withdrawals, because we are not able to honor whatever the withdrawal requests that are coming, or we have to cancel some of the recent withdrawals and things like that. So but we have not stopped, you see. So this is the journey that we had so far in the last 24 months, 25 months, and we have an issue now at this point of time, but we always look for the solutions and the innovations, so that we can come over these kind of situations and reach to our destination and reach to our targets of smooth functioning of the program. So this is in terms of the MPA. And for MPCA, there are 3-4 main reasons that have affected the sales. So one main reason was only the people who jumped into this MPCA was the people who were using the Bitcoins. for example, for the people who does not know the Bitcoins and who never have used the Bitcoins and things like that, so they needed the time to learn about it and get involved into the program, because they need to get the confidence of using Bitcoins and things like that. So there is a kind of slowness in terms of people getting involved with that program. And second thing was there was a kind of for a few weeks it went on the issue of fork and things like that, because people were afraid of the fork coming in and losing Bitcoins, or the Bitcoin value to be dropping to very low value and things like that. So at that point of time, we had the huge withdrawal requests from the members, and people were in the mood of withdrawing and then selling the Bitcoins and converting them to the USD as fast as possible, so that this fork thing cannot affect them, and or they want to store the Bitcoins into their cold storage so that they don't get affected with the fork and things like that. So there was a kind of severe effect on the revenue generation because of this, as well as there were like a few countries looking at not legalizing Bitcoins. Yep. Recently there were some successes. That is a good sign, like Japan, Philippines, and even Australia is looking at legalizing Bitcoins, and Russia and such that region also have legalized the Bitcoins. But there were some places like India, and there were some hurdle times in USA also, with the government involving putting some restrictions, and SEC has turned down considering Bitcoin as a legal currency for trading and things like that. So there were many things happening, and every time there was a kind of effect on the revenue generation, because people Bitcoins are afraid, and people spending Bitcoins are a bit afraid and things like that. And also we can see that when we launched the program in November, the Bitcoin price was about $700 with respect to USD, but now it is close to $1,800. So you can see the appreciation of the Bitcoin, and whenever this kind of appreciation is happening, members don't want to make the purchases, but they are in the mood of withdrawing from the system. So these things all put together have a severe effect on the revenue generation. So and we have come to a stage where we are not able to honor the daily withdrawals, and which is affecting our performance at this point of time. So and we are working on solutions. So Katie, you want me to go through the solutions, what we are working on, or you have any comments at this juncture?
Yeah, well, I think I've got a bit of an echo here. Maybe can you mute your mic just while I'm speaking?
Yeah, I'm able to hear you.
Yeah, it's just it's been a very rocky road up and down, and there's been highs and lows, and we've hit another low with outside conditionings and what's happened to the business.
Yeah.
But you've been through that before with PayPal, with that massive hit, and then relying on people within your organization as leaders to grow the business for you, which they did for an extended period of time, but then they stopped that growth of building the business because they diversified into other companies and made that decision, which has had an effect on our sales. So we're at the position where we are. We need more sales in to cover the withdrawals going out. There's no two ways about that. So at the situation you are now, what is the amount of money or the amount of sales would you say that to be able to, what were you thinking about withdrawals? How much per day? Did you have a plan to start and move slowly forward with maybe a cap and adjust that as we go along to get to stabilization? That's the first thing. Obviously, over the next 7 days, we've introduced a couple of things like the $5 booster pack, the 005 BTC pack. You can today. I'm not sure if it's come up today, but there's a training tab going into the back office as well.
Yeah.
and a seminars tab going into the back office. So the 2 packs are in place, and there was a lot of sales yesterday. It was really good energy from the members who understand what needs to happen. There's a few people who were negative about the packs and didn't want to do it and have given up promoting because they don't think they have to, which is, understandable.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who have never heard of MyPayingAds and MyPayingCryptoAds in the world, in other programs, who see us, and given the right circumstances and the right promotions towards them, would come and join us. We were generating 800 or 900 people a day only a few months ago. It's 5,000 or 6,000 people a week. So I know we've got the training tab. We've also got the help of a very, very highly experienced marketer to help the members in very, very basic training, cut and paste stuff. That's exciting. What's the plan? Next 7 days, 30 days, 90 days, Uday?
Yeah. So to move forward, so we have to work as a team. We management, we will put more efforts. We have been putting our full time on this and full efforts on this, and we continue to put more and more efforts moving forward, so that we can be able to reach to our full potential and the steady state functioning of the program as soon as possible. And we also ask every member to put that kind of effort into the program so that we can reach that stage very fast. So currently the situation is like this, that it's a kind of chicken and egg kind of thing. If we ask you to promote, what you will ask is, you are not providing the withdrawals, and how can we promote? And if you come and ask me why you are not giving the withdrawals, and my answer is, since the revenue is not sufficient to honor the withdrawals, we are not able to open the withdrawals. So these are the kind of chicken and egg kind of situation, but these two has to go hand in hand. Like you and me have to start promoting with full effort, with full force, such that the sales will jump in, and when the sales will jump in and the revenue comes, then we will honor the withdrawals as what we have been doing previously. So as the withdrawals are being honored on daily basis, again there is a kind of momentum, so that we can increase our efforts of bringing more revenue into the system. So this is a kind of win-win situation. Suppose if both of us does not work, like if we don't open the withdrawals because we don't have the revenue, and if you don't work because the withdrawals are not being honored, we will just stuck, and there will be no progress on this aspect. So what is to be needed is, we are committed to continue honoring the withdrawals and continue making the progress and achieving our goal of steady state operation as soon as possible. So that is our goal, and we will continue to do that way. And what we request you is continue doing the promotions with a positive attitude and with a confident building on the program, such that as a teamwork we can be able to achieve our target. So for example, our strategy now is, once we finish the 9th May withdrawal requests, which we are able to finish soon for MPA, and for MPCA we still need a lot of revenue to finish the 9th May withdrawals. So moving forward, the strategy is simple. What we are thinking is, once we generate a revenue of $50,000 at MPA, we will open up the withdrawals of $5 for each member to an extent of 10,000 withdrawal requests per day. So as soon as we reach this 50K of revenue in our payment processors, we will open the withdrawal requests and 10,000 members, because 10,000 was the kind of average or more than highest average of the members who are putting the withdrawal requests at MPA. So immediately when we reach this revenue level, then we will open the withdrawals, and withdrawals will be honored. And when we put more efforts in such a way that every day, if we are able to meet this revenue generation target, then we will be able to honor the withdrawal requests every day. Every single day, we will be able to open the withdrawals with a maximum withdrawal limit of $5 per each member per day, so that the withdrawals can be processed on each single day. And when we put in more efforts, when we generate the revenue, I will shortly lay out our plan of what we are going to do and what as a team we can do, so that the revenue generation can be brought forward to our previous level a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, 1 month ago, and things like that, and making it further, so that once we achieve that level, then the withdrawal requests will become normal. So for example, if this $50,000 will become 100K per day, then we will open up $10 per day, $20 per day, $30 per day. Suppose members, after getting the confidence, then withdrawals requests may be not so as high as what we are saying. Then in that case, what can be done is we will increase the withdrawal requests amount from $10 to $20, $20 to $40, $40 to $60, $100, $150, $200. What we were able to achieve previously, all of us as a collective work. This is not something that unachievable for us. It is very much achievable for us, but just that we have to build the confidence on the system, and then continue doing our effort of promotions. For example, if you see that your direct promotions is not working, spend that time on indirect promotions, like collect the leads from online advertising and talk with them, show the history of the company, and show how much you have withdrawn from the system, and how many leads you have got, and how many views that your advertisements have received, and your experience over the last 2 years, or over the last 1 year, or over the last 6 months, or probably you might have met the management team, or you can share your experience, or you can share the experience of the members like Katie and other leaders. We have NG Gavin and many other leaders from UK and things like that. So show the example of those leaders and your interaction with the leaders, and what is the confidence that you have on the company, so that the sales can pick up, for example. Or maybe suppose if the member is showing skeptical of getting involved, so you can encourage them to start making some small purchases. For example, member can say, yeah, I want to put like I want to make ad pack purchases of $5,000 today, but withdrawals are stopped, so I'm a bit skeptical of making some purchases. So what can you say is, all right, but you can start with $200, and the amount for you want to put $5,000, but it's all right. Why don't you start with $200 and continue following the company, and start enjoying the trainings that they give, or traffic that you are getting, and things like that, and start building it. And once the company picks up, then you can be able to enjoy the rewards, and then withdrawals and things like that, and then you can increase your involvement of making bigger purchases and things like that. So when you put it into a in proper perspective, then you can be able to make that member start involving in the program.
Yeah.
So
I've got a few people in the. I just wanted to go to the comments, the live chat here.
Yeah.
Some people are saying, well, while there's no, as you say, the chicken and the egg, and some members are quite rightly saying, if there's no withdrawals, how can I promote? Well, that again, as you point out, comes down to mindset. Now, there are some people who will just say, well, I've been in the business for 18 or 20 months. I've earned so many thousands of dollars with the revenue share rewards. The owner, I trust him, and they're going through another phase of their journey. Please join. And what I always tell my members is test the system. Now, testing would be 10 $5 ad packs. Testing it and seeing how it's going, getting used to the level
exactly.
1 with no membership fees.
Yeah.
If they were talking about the first 7 days.
Yeah.
From today, right? We've introduced a $5 booster pack. We've sold quite a lot of those.
Yeah.
The 0.05 BTC packs, we need to sell a lot more of those.
Yeah.
And the training tab, our manager is going to help us. We had a long conversation on Skype today regarding how we can help members learn very quickly and easily, cut and paste how to promote the business, not on Facebook, where we see a lot of negativity about the revenue share industry, but with other pay-to-click sites and other industry sites where people are looking for part-time income. There are millions upon millions of people out there that are looking, that have no idea of the ups and downs of the revenue share industry, but are looking for an opportunity that is quite easy, as we say, if we can train them on how to do it. And that's where the training comes in, is very, very important.
Yeah.
Now, all the people commenting here about drop the leaders commission and drop that and drop that, that's the focus on internal about money that is earned. We've got to focus on the sales coming in and how do we get that. So in the first 7 days, we've created the booster packs, the 0.005 packs. We've got the training tab going in today. We've got the seminars tab, which we want to get started as well. The next 30 days, we're at about 335,000 members now. How many members do you want us to get to? What's our target that we can really get people excited and get people back into the business and get it going? What's your target, Uday, for the next 30 days? How many people?
So, I think we will go down to our plan for this as what we are speaking for the next 7 days, for the next 30 days, for the next 60 days, and for the next 90 days. I think as outlined by Katie, for the next 7 days, what we are focusing is on putting more efforts on our promotions, basically. So, I mean, put a halt onto like our thought process on I will promote only when there are withdrawals opened or something like that, rather than looking from that just for a few moments. Let us look from other perspective in such a way that let me motivate my clients in such a way that to start getting involved in whatever way that is possible with the current situation, because
you're just breaking up a little bit at the moment, Uday. You're just breaking up. So maybe let the signal cool down a bit. I'll just repeat what I can hear Uday say, that over the next 7 days, we want to really focus on the promotions. I might just jump in ahead that a couple of comments, which is a very valid comment by a couple of members, about there's different ways that money can come into the business. And I might maybe want to ask you, just while your signal calms down a bit, that we obviously want to grow our members from 335,000. Not all those are paid members. There's paid members and free members, and members who just sign up and then advertise on the platform. The free members just click their 10 ads a day and then go to cash links. And we want to really encourage the cash links with the boosters. If we get to from 335, we get to 50,000, 350,000 members as quickly as you can through those promotions you talk about. External sources of income, apart from advertising packs, banner ads, text ads that people buy, membership that comes in externally. In the next 60 days, obviously, we want to get to, 1,000 members a day joining?
Surely. So I think next 60 days, I think we can target to have at least 1,000 members joining, so that we will have the momentum continuing, so that there will be a good chance to increase our revenues. 1,000 members every day joining into the system in a steady manner.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
And in terms of moving forward, in terms of the external revenue generation, you see, for example, external revenue generation is not very straightforward, or is not is not very easy thing to do as well. For example, sometimes some members were suggesting bringing in big players like McDonald's or KFC, etc., to start advertising at our platform. We did approach that.
Yes.
And what happened was such kind of big players, what they want is they want about 1 million active members on the platform to consider us as a potential advertising platform.
Right.
So that is the kind of requirement that they are looking at.
So you're still breaking up a little bit, but the gist is that getting external advertising resources in programs, platforms, affiliate links and everything is difficult to do, but not impossible. Uday even approached McDonald's to get them to advertise on our platform. They said, yes, we would love to advertise on your platform once you get 1 million active paid members on your platform. So these big organizations want massive numbers. We're at 335,000, not all active. So we'd need to get to 500,000 to 1 million to attract bigger players. But there are opportunities out there. Some of the members have talked, and I'll just add, about monetizing our YouTube channel, about Google AdSense and little click ads into the site where we can get pay-per-clicks. I know you've talked about another program, a product attached to that we're looking at very closely. We have people have asked about the CEC product as well, and your dream product. Now, we're not just sitting around doing nothing, folks. We're not just sitting around hoping things will change. There's hours and hours and hours of thoughts and confrontations and questions and brainstorming groups to discuss thousands of ideas, which a lot of the members have helped out in the last 4 to 5 days. Some of them have come up with some awesome ideas, that we'll try and incorporate with what we're going. 3 times rule. We know you're interested in Ethereum coming in. Changing the program as it goes along to adjust to sales in, money out, and withdrawals, adjusting those up and down is all part of the business model now. Members are just focusing on when we get it paid. As you said, the sales have to come in for the money to start at $5 a day to build and build, with a combination of us training members of how to do it, but with the members really starting to work the business. Because at the end of the day, the knowledge you can gain as an online marketer here for promoting other businesses will grow in your own mind and skills and technology that you'll learn here, but your earnings can go up in proportion to the effort you put into the business. I just wanted to get that in, Uday, because I see a lot of people pointing the finger at you and why isn't this happening, and not really taking 3 fingers pointing back at the real problem. When you're in business online, you're in business for yourself as an affiliate. You have a responsibility to learn and earn. Now, you're right in what you said at the start, that we really haven't put the emphasis on members to do anything but click your 10 ads. But that was great as long as there's leaders promoting the business and driving the business. That's great. But that's slowed down and stopped in a large number of people, which is disappointing that you would provide a platform and then they would stop promoting. So that's the sort of outline. Is that correct? Is that what you think is what you want?
Yeah, surely, yeah. So for the next am I audible?
Yeah, you're dropping out a little bit in your audio. Your vision's all right, it's just your audio.
Okay, can I speak louder, a bit louder?
Yeah, it's just dropping in and out a little bit for me. I'll just ask the members who are watching, is Uday's audio dropping in and out? Just someone type in.
Okay. Yeah.
On job to change, there's all sorts of great comments which we'll go through. Yeah, it might be. Can you plug in maybe a little microphone? Is that a possibility?
Let me do that.
Yeah, might be try that. Very good suggestion. Yeah, sound is better. Obviously, my it's Uday's end, unfortunately.
Yeah. So how is it now?
That's a little better. That's a little better. Yep.
Yeah. So we are working on the external sources of revenue. That's what we have been doing over these 2 years. But as you can see, sometimes it takes time to come up with a unique idea and work out and things like that. And especially at this point of time, we just want to rule out some suggestions in going forward using the funds for like forex trading or crypto trading and things like that. These are some of the common suggestions that comes from certain members, but usually we don't do these kind of things because there is a risk involved. So wherever there is a risk involved, we don't use that ideas because we may suddenly lose the money. I mean, whatever the money that we have, we may suddenly lose it, or even if it is 10% or 20% that we are using, and things like that. So that's entirely a different trap sometimes, wherein we will just lose our money and eventually fail. So that's why we don't use such kind of ideas, but we mostly rely upon on some kind of advertising products to bring more revenue. So as we have explained in our previous hangouts, I think one product what we are looking at is is what we are calling it as the dream product, wherein we can attract the physical offline businesses to get involved and buy some advertising from us. This is very attractive.
The sound still, Uday, is a little bit bad from your end, unfortunately. So what I might do is just explain basically what you're trying to cover off. But Uday is not in favour of using our funds to use for forex trading or to gamble with the company's money on trading sites to try and get short-term gains. What Uday wants is to have solid business opportunities that can grow with our platform. We have a number. The CC program is almost ready to go. Everybody's seen the highlights of the promo. So what we can tell members right now, it's sorry, we've been going for a little while. We want to bring it to a close, I'd say. That we as a company in Uday, and I'm here to help 100%, and there are a number of other people who stood up and said they want to help. We have a plan for the next 90 days. It's spaced out into different things we want to achieve there. The first thing is sales. We need sales to come in to grow to that $50,000 a day. If we can achieve that, then the withdrawals will start immediately. So this is back on the members to start promoting and tell people, listen, I'm on a platform. We've got a bit of a hiccup at the moment, but I've been paying for over 2 years. Just pop $50 in, buy 10 $5 ad packs and test the system out. Those funds coming in from 100,000 members can create a lot of funds, and withdrawals will start straight away. The rhythm starts going, the message gets out. And with our training package that we've got, I'm very, very excited about the training side with our guys helping us out. Edward, he's very, very talented. That it's just click, copy and paste for a lot of members who have very little knowledge in how to promote. We can help members. So we can, I guess, assume the role to a certain extent of the leaders who are not helping their members. We can assume that role of helping members to guide them. And I guess as a company, you haven't done that before because the leaders have always done it for you. Now that has dropped off. Opportunity is you to step in now, Uday, along with everything else you do. But I think it's time for you to delegate to get a few more people involved. I can certainly help. We've got Edward on board. And all these members here that I recognise their names. There's all sorts of names popping up. Some are asking good questions, or some saying we have no future. This is the mindset of that particular person saying that. Now, if they were running a business with a mindset like that, they wouldn't last very long at all. So we don't have the mindset of some of these people watching. We have the mindset of succeeding to the best of our ability with the help we can get from members. And, you know, there's saying more income sources. We've already thought about that. We already have those plans in place.
Exactly.
But we need the sales to get rolling. So dream product is outside source of business. Now that's offline businesses using our platform to advertise their business.
Exactly.
Never been done by revenue share program ever.
Exactly.
Uday's dream product. Now, how long away is that before we could get that up and running?
It's a customized script that need to be built on. Coders have already started their work. I think with their experience, we are thinking that 2 to 3 months they can be able to build that platform.
Okay, so around about 8 to 10 weeks away, we can have that product up and running. The CC product, we want to tell you about that in the next week or so to get that involved. That'll bring some funds in.
Yeah, so that will be as a kind of partner program and supported by MPA and MPCA, and that will generate the external revenue for MPA. Another
partner program, and that's what the members are asking. So we're at a situation where we can adjust now and maybe reshape the revenue share model that you have to make sure it is elongated for long-term sustainability. If changes have to be made to leadership commission, if changes have to be made to daily withdrawal maximum limits, changes will be made as we move along. We've got to be flexible enough to change the business model for longevity. So we really appreciate the members that are putting forward ideas. We've probably had 300 ideas. We'll look at all of them and then pick the best ones that would suit this business and suit the model of where we're going. Now we're talking about other products like Ethereum. That's on the agenda already for Ethereum packs. That's exciting. There's other coins that we can't get involved with yet because they're not established enough, but we are looking at Ethereum. Once that comes on, there's excitement again within the business. Things like 3 times the amount you put into the business to take out, you've already done that. That might be worth looking at as well. That's another good idea. So we've all got lots of ideas that we can look at, but the main thing is the unity of the members of this business is highly important. That is the one thing that has to happen immediately. Now, there's a number of people in the comment chats here who are doubting and on the negative side. The good thing is, based on I've watched every single post in the last 5 days. I haven't had much sleep, a bit like you, Uday. They're a small minority. They are in 5% or less of our members. The 95% of members are in favor of the business continuing and growing again. They understand in business, because a lot of them are involved in offline businesses, that you have ups and downs. The internet is no different. This is an unpredictable beast that that you're trying to control, but with certain measures you can have some sort of stability with the help of your members in their mindset. It's all about mindset in any business. So there's a lot of things that we can adopt. There's a lot of great things we can put in place. You're not giving up, are you, Uday?
Surely. I mean, we don't give up.
No, we don't. You've unfortunately your audio's really gone down. We'll do another hangout. We want to do regular updates. We'll try and post as regular as we can. We'll give members updates of what's going on. There's all sorts of opportunities that we can bring in as partners to our program, affiliate partners. We've got to pick the right ones. We're looking at 1, 2, and 3 at the moment. And then Shaf is working on 2 or 3 or 4 other products as well. So members have got to realize we're already thinking this way right now because of people not helping the business. The sales have gone down, withdrawals have gone up. There's an imbalance. We just got to get that sales back up so we're ahead of the withdrawals.
Exactly.
Everything, if before was like sales here, withdrawals there, Now it's sort of gone like that. We've just got to go back the other way. So I think given what we discussed tonight, the measures that you've put in place now to get that 50,000 a day income with the help of members with the 2 packs we've introduced, promoting will give you cut and paste things to do in Facebook, and we'll suggest we've got 3 or 4 sites straight away that you can promote on. Very confident, Uday, that we can pull through the little dip and soar back into the clouds again, mate.
Exactly. Yeah, we did it previously, so we just have to go to our potential again. Yeah,
we've done it previous. That's exactly right. We've done it once. We can do it again and get back to where we were.
Exactly.
Absolutely fantastic. All right, Uday, I really appreciate you putting your time in. It's 2:30 here. It's 12:30 there. Time for you to go and spend some time with your family. I've got to go to sleep. We've got to get up in a few hours. But we're not going to stop. We're going to continue, and we need the members to get on board. Judging by all the likes and great comments, and for all the rest, except for 1 or 2. Would you get that? We can accept that you'll get 1 or 2 people that are negative. They'll move off to somewhere else, which is maybe a good thing for our business, that they move away from our business and focus their type of energy somewhere else, because we just want the positive people here, and 95 to 98% of that way, which is great. So we have the right people in our business. We will carry on and we will keep going. So thank you, Uday. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you for your comments. All very, very good. And we'll see you on Facebook. And don't forget to read when you log in the message, the pop-up message. That's where our main form of information will be. When you log into your back office, you'll be able to look at it. Yes. Okay, guys. So thank you, Uday. Enjoy the rest of the evening and your weekend, and we'll speak very soon. Okay. Thank you very much indeed.